We begin with breaking news.
And that breaking news, the trial of Alec Baldwin over. Moments ago, the judge dismissing the case. We have team coverage of these stunning developments today. Let's go straight to Doug, who's outside the Santa Fe courthouse where it all happened. Doug.
Shelley, you talk about some tense moments here. The jury dismissed early this morning, and then you saw it live on KOAT Action 7 News. Just over an hour ago, the judge dismissing the charges and the entire case against actor Alec Baldwin. So he no longer faces involuntary manslaughter charges in the killing of Halyna Hutchins. In fact, she dismissed it without prejudice. John Day telling me Baldwin cannot be retried in this case. Now, Faith Urbano joins me now live. She was inside the courtroom and talks about some of the tense moments she witnessed. Faith.
Yeah, Doug, that's right. The case, as you stated, is now dismissed. Alec Baldwin is now a free man. The judge stating the prosecution acted in bad faith. One of the main things mentioned was they did not hand over key evidence in a timely manner. Baldwin's attorney, Alex Spiro, cross-examining Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey, eventually getting frustrated. Now, we did catch up with her just moments ago once that case was dismissed.
There is absolutely no evidence that any of that ammunition is related to the incident involving Ms. Hutchins.
So the judge is wrong?
No, I said that I respect the court's decision. I think that people can disagree. I'm disappointed because I believe that the importance of the evidence was misconstrued.
And Sasha, you were in that courtroom when that case got dismissed.
Yeah, Faith, the judge started reading her reasons for dismissal, and there was immediate reaction from the courtroom. The media and some of the state prosecutors all sitting on the left side of the courtroom. On the right side of the courtroom was Baldwin's family, as well as some defense attorneys. The first person to react, I believe, was Baldwin's mother. She started weeping, grabbed some tissues, and then his brother, sitting right next to the mom, realized what was going on and reacted. It took seconds, but then Baldwin's wife, after she heard the word dismissal a second time, reacted, breaking down in the courtroom, enough for everyone to hear. That's when the Baldwin family embraced her, hugged her, handed her some tissues when they realized what was going on. Mr. Alec Baldwin himself didn't react just yet. It took him a moment. The judge continues reading her reasons for the case dismissal when his defense attorney, Alex Spiro, puts his hand on Baldwin's back. And that's the moment when Alec Baldwin realized he will no longer face charges in this case. Baldwin then drops his head, and looks like we're sitting from behind him, so it looks like he's starting to cry there. And moments later, minutes later, the entire Baldwin family and the team, the lawyers, walk out of the courtroom. The media, of course, trying to ask questions, getting a reaction from Alec Baldwin, but they refuse to speak to any media here. And as you heard Faith just say, Carrie Morrissey, the special prosecutor, did take a moment to talk to the media, saying she respects the judge's decision, but does not agree with it. Doug?
Sasha, thank you, John. You're joining me now. You've been watching this trial since day one. It's now over. What an amazing turn of events. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Never seen anything like it. It was a stunning development, a stunning way to end this. Raises so many questions about how the special prosecution was conducted, all the money, all the tax dollars that were spent on this. At the end of the day, Alec Baldwin walks free. He's not going to face a jury. He's going to decide his fate. But there were so many problems with the special prosecutor's case from the beginning. We've watched this since October of 21, and it's just a spectacular sort of disaster for the special prosecutor. You had a very angry judge, and at the end of the day, the Alec Baldwin case is over.
So many nuances to this case, and I know you understand each and every one of them. You told me in the hotel room, 3:15, almost an hour before she dismissed the case, she said, this one's getting tossed.
Well, I've appeared in front of this judge a number of times, and you can tell from her demeanor, the way she was dealing with the issues of this evidence that was not given to the defense, the way that it seemed like the special prosecutors had intentionally or otherwise kept this information from the defense. You had an angry judge, and the judge has run a very tight ship in this trial. She's been running it very efficiently. She didn't put up with a lot from both sides. She was very fair, in my view, but you could tell from her demeanor that she was angry. And in the interest of justice, she said, I'm dismissing this case. It cannot be brought back. It's game over.
Because you were also with us with the Hannah Gutierrez conviction a few months ago. I understand we talked to her attorney, Jason Bowles, just a short time ago, and Shelley's got that back in Albuquerque. Shelley.
Right, Doug, thank you. And our team catching up with the attorney for Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, like Doug just said. She's currently serving an 18-month sentence after being convicted of involuntary manslaughter. And here's what her lawyer, Jason Bowles, had to say.
She followed the law to the T. She found intentional misconduct by the state. And we have seen this pattern of misconduct throughout Hannah Gutierrez-Reed's trial. We've got motions pending on the same grounds for discovery failures. It's absolutely shocking to me that the state went to these lengths to convict Hannah Gutierrez-Reed and to try and convict Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin was running the gauntlet. The trials have to be fair, first and foremost in this country, and the state was not playing fair.
And stay with us for team coverage throughout the night right here on KOAT.